This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
Well, happy Monday.
It is Monday.
It is Monday.
It is so I knew this was coming.
What?
I knew this was coming.
What?
So
What are you talking about?
you know that there's a show that reviews everybody on Mojo.
Yes, there is a show that does that. I
Yeah.
do. Yes, I've heard of the show.
The Tin Can Radio program is.
Yeah.
the
I've
name.
heard of this. Yes.
So we made the cut this week.
Oh, we did again.
We did.
Again.
I did.
We're pretty good at this.
well. Can you guess why?
For the durian.
Oh my God! The entire 30 minutes we were on, we took up a whole segment,
Yes.
and all it was,
take all your segments.
all of it was the beginning, the whole beginning
deal,
part,
yep,
and then every time in the middle of the show, we kept burping and or whatever and doing.
That
Yeah,
you kept burping. and
every
like,
time there was
oh
reaction.
God.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I'm a little upset now.
Why?
After having that been that, I'm like, I feel like.
If that's the reason why you like us, I mean,
No, and that's true. No, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, but we're more than that.
but we had good content.
It
This
really
week, too.
was good, though. It didn't taste good.
No, but it
was-
was good content. It was good for the show.
It was nasty.
Oh yeah, it was terrible.
I still have. Yeah, I can't even think about it without.
Like my stomach was a little upset the other day, and I swear to you, that's the smell.
Ugh.
I was like, oh, it's coming back. It's not fair. No, not again.
I can't believe it's back.
I can't believe it's not butter. Anyway,
you were gone.
yeah.
So yeah, congratulations to us. We were on there. And,
Yay.
And for durian fruit, if
Congratulations, Durian Fruit. You did a
you helped us, you
bang
did
up job.
You did us a solid,
Yeah,
even if
good.
you were nasty and
Oh, smelled horrible.
smelled of what hell, I believe, hell to smell like.
Yeah.
You-
Well, sulfur is very similar in smell.
Yeah, but I'd rather smell sulfur.
Well, duh, because you know what it is.
Yeah, well, now I know what durian fruit is when I smell it too, and
yeah, obviously, but it's.
I don't
not
want to
this
put either one of them in my mouth.
ever again.
No, well, I've never put sulfur in my mouth, but
Well,
not intentionally.
right.
Not intentionally.
Anyway, speaking of the bowels of hell, let me ask you a question. Really though,
Sure.
really though, does anybody actually watch 60 Minutes anymore?
I didn't know it was still on, to be perfectly honest.
I really
I
didn't
did not
either.
know it was on.
So I found a clip. I found an article, has a video on it. 60 Minutes, apparently, they're still on.
Uh-huh.
And
And they're fantastic. Because they've always been electrifying. Back in the day when Dan Rather used to do it.
no.
I mean, with a guy like Dan Rather, they have a flawless reputation.
Flawless. No.
No?
In fact,
No?
they had some editing issues recently.
They have tech breakdown? What happened?
No.
No?
Well,
Okay.
they had an interview where not really an interview, but there was a press conference with Ron DeSantis.
Okay.
And 60 Minutes decided that they were going to get their people there and get the questions answered.
Get the hard-hitting questions done.
Yes, because apparently, allegedly,
Uh-huh.
Ron DeSantis got a deal brokered with Publix down in Florida to
Okay.
make sure that they were the only distributor of the COVID vaccine.
Well, there's enough Publix down in Florida that I can see that.
Yeah, except for that's not what happened.
It's not?
No.
Oh.
That's not what happened. But I wanna kind of preface this by saying this is gonna be it's about 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, I think a total of the first video, and then they do a second video, and the second video has worse audio quality, but it has the full clip of what he actually said, not the piecemealed crap that 60 Minutes had decided that they were going to push.
Okay.
So let's
dive in. Okay.
No,
not that.
Let's go there.
We wanted to ask Governor DeSantis about the deal, but he declined our request for an interview.
He
We
knows
caught
you're
up with him
douchebags.
south of Orlando.
Right.
Publix, as you know, donated $100,000 to your campaign, and then you rewarded them with the exclusive rights to distribute the vaccination in
So
Palm
first of all,
Beach.
what you're saying is wrong.
How is that not pay to play?
That's a fake narrative. I met with the county mayor, I met with the administrator, I met with all the folks at Palm Beach County, and I said, here's some of the options. We can do more drive-through sites. We can give more to hospitals. We can do the Publix. And they said, we think that would be the easiest thing for our residents. So we
But
did that.
Melissa McKinley, the county commissioner in the Glades, told us the governor never met with her about the Publix deal.
The criticism is that it's pay to play,
It's
Governor.
wrong. It's wrong. It's a fake narrative. I just disabused you of the narrative, and you don't care about the facts because obviously I laid it out for you in a way that is irrefutable.
Well, I was
and
just
so
like-
it's clearly not.
Isn't there the nearest
No,
Publix
no,
to the
no,
Glades is
you're
30
wrong,
miles
you're wrong,
away?
you're wrong. Yes,
That's
sir.
actually a fact.
Okay, so that was the first part. Okay, that's how they were
That
doing
sounds
it.
horrible.
I know it was. It sounds like he was really abusive,
What a douche.
berating,
Yeah.
the whole deal. A pretty bad,
Yeah.
douchey McDoucher face, right?
Yeah. From Douchetown.
Yeah, from Doucheville.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mayor McDouchey.
exactly. Douchenstein.
That's what I was going to go for. Mayor McDouchenstein.
But instead, let's hear this. She's asking the question.
So first of all, what you're saying is wrong. That's a fake narrative. So first of all, when we did the first pharmacies that had it were CVS and Walgreens, and they had a long-term care mission.
You hear that?
Wow, that was not mentioned in the first
Not
one.
mentioned in the first one at all. Like they
that's
straight cut
weird.
that out.
So they were going to the long-term care facilities. They got vaccine in the middle of December. They started going to the long-term care facilities the third week of December to do LTCs. So that was their mission. That was very important, and we trusted them to do that. As we got into January, we wanted to expand the distribution points. So yes, you had the counties, you had some drive-through sites, you had hospitals that were doing a lot, but we wanted to get it into communities more. So we reached out to other retail pharmacies, Publix, Walmart. Obviously, CVS and Walgreens had to finish that mission, and we said we're gonna use you as soon as you're done with that. For the Publix, they were the first one to raise their hand, say they were ready to go. And you know what? We did it on a trial basis. I had 3 counties. I actually showed up that weekend and talked to seniors across 4 different Publix. How was the experience? Is this good? Should you think this is the way to go? And it was 100% positive, so we expanded it, and then folks liked it. And I can tell you, if you look at a place like Palm Beach County, they were kind of struggling at first in terms of the senior numbers. I met with the county mayor, I met with the administrator, I met with all the folks at Palm Beach County, and I said, here's some of the options. We can do more drive-through sites. We can give more to hospitals. We can do
This
the
is where it
Publix.
cuts
We
back
can do
in.
this. They calculated that 90% of their seniors live within a mile and a half of a Publix. And they said, we think that would be the easiest
Wow.
thing for our residents. So we did that. And what ended up happening was you had 65 Publix in Palm Beach. Palm Beach is one of the biggest counties, one of the most elderly counties. We've done almost 75% of the seniors in Palm Beach. And the reason is because you had the strong retail footprint.
First of all, you should never do the seniors in Palm Beach County. That's it's never good. But secondly, I just want to point out that is a big gap.
Mm-hmm.
That is a huge honking gap where we're talking about the difference between what 60 Minutes provided to their audience and what he actually said.
That's a very big.
That's astronomical. Like the amount of difference between the two.
There's a lot of time left.
Oh yeah.
A lot of time cut out of there. A lot of.
And the time that they cut out actually makes the difference of him looking just like a straight ass and saying, you know what, screw you, you didn't do it, blah, 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 to, no, here's what we did. We walked through this. We searched through everything. We verified everything. I was there. I made sure that the people liked it. And then we moved forward.
It's almost like he tried
to be a good governor.
Wow.
And do his job.
Wow.
Like he's trying to look after the elderly people.
So we're shocked that 60 Minutes sucks.
Like, no, again, I'm not shocked that 60
Minutes
Minutes
They had Dan
sucks.
Rather. When you have that kind of a reputation, you kind of don't
I know.
I'm just saying.
I
You
know.
just
I know.
Stay back out of that. You kind of have to take that with a grain of salt because you got to know. You have to know what's coming when it comes to 60 Minutes. Again, I'm surprised it's still on. Like 2020, I was flipping through Hulu the other day.
Yeah. And you saw
2020 is still on.
What? Like really on, or like just on? You know?
No, it's on.
It's on.
Yeah,
Like Donkey Kong.
like Donkey Kong and a thong. Yep.
That's right.
I don't watch that stuff. I never have.
I never did either because that's what I would use to fall asleep with. Honestly, I could use that to fall asleep.
I don't watch them, but that's because I have PTSD from Unsolved Mysteries when I was a kid,
I love that,
which is also on Hulu. That was the weird thing.
freaking love that.
No.
show.
To this day, the opening theme to this day makes my skin crawl.
Unsolved Mysteries.
Whatever that was.
God,
no. I can't do it. I used to seriously as a kid. It used to scare the snot out of me. I hated it. It always come on at 9 o'clock because it was right as we were going to bed. My mom would switch it on because she liked watching that stuff.
Yeah.
And all I do hearing going up the stairs is the theme music, and it just.
Walking away, you got weirded out.
I never jumped into my bed so fast.
See, you went to bed early.
No, we always had to go to bed at 9.
I'm just saying. She made sure.
Oh yeah, but we didn't see it. But well, that was unless I used to lay down at the top of the stairs, and the way the TV was positioned in the living room, I could see about 3/4 of the TV if I laid there, and so I could just lay at the top of the stairs. And there's a couple times I fell asleep.
Watching it.
Fell asleep watching TV.
Nice.
Yeah,
Southern Ohio Jackal over there on the Twitters. 60 Minutes is still on?
yeah.
I bet even nursing home residents don't watch it.
I don't think they.
Probably not.
They're more excited the whole new Dynasty that came out.
What?
You didn't know they redid Dynasty?
No.
Yeah, it's back.
Oh
Back
my.
again.
Shady's back.
Don't tell anybody.
Because nobody needs to know.
No,
not at all. No.
I'm not a fan.
Not happening.
Kevin Hutchins over on Twitter. Understand that the producers of 60 Minutes have the prejudice, the porridge slop they feed their elderly audience. Oh,
Yeah.
pre-digest. I apologize. I don't have my glasses.
You really need
They
your
have
glasses.
to pre-digest the porridge that they feed the elderly audience. Again,
Yeah,
you're
well, that's
assuming that the
true.
elderly audience is paying attention or have their hearing aids turned up.
I don't know. Paige over there on the Facebook. Who has time for 60 minutes?
Yeah, this is the land and a time when most people have the IQ and the attention span of a goldfish.
And yet you're here for 2 hours. So thank you.
Maybe
Appreciate you.
We're putting people to sleep.
Maybe.
They're
We
like
might be
snuggle
what
in their
people sleep
bed.
to at night.
We're let's see. Soundscapes, Defenders Live.
Soundscapes. Generally talking and making rude jokes.
The ocean.
The sound of nature.
The sound of rain.
Oh, that will put me to sleep
The sound of rain.
every time.
Oh, dude, I slept through Hurricane Fran.
Oh, yeah. So did
Like
I.
like
No. Yeah, I got you. Same.
I woke up the
I
next morning and
remember.
went, wow, this is fantastic. Didn't even know nothing. I mean, I knew it was raining when I went to bed, but like I had no.
See, I woke up and there were 35 trees in our backyard that had fallen.
Yep.
But the way that they fell, they stacked.
Oh, nice.
So I had a giant tree wall
oh, no.
in my
Ours-
backyard.
Ours fell. And when I say there was a couple of like 100-plus-year-old trees that got taken out. So you're talking loud explosions when they hit the ground. Nothing, not a peep. And we had
You did not care.
Well, we also had a tin roof. So rain on a tin roof, like a baby, man.
That's awesome.
I love it. So nice.
Dancing on a hot tin roof. There you go.
No.
So continue with the theme of Florida.
Sticking with Florida.
Why don't you take this one?
I was going to until you said something, and now it just kind of threw off
You go right ahead. It's all you.
the
mojo,
well, I was gonna say the casualness,
the flow,
the
rider?
flow of it. Now it's
the flow rider.
now it sounds planned.
Well,
Anyway, Florida Governor Don DeSantis, Ron DeSantis,
thank you.
has declared a state of emergency as a reservoir holding back, quote, millions of gallons of radioactive water is set for imminent collapse.
It's radioactive.
Radioactive. This is not just like the dam in Superman that explode because the hurricane just couldn't handle because of the earthquake and stuff. No. So on top of millions of gallons of water, possibly drowning and sweeping people away. It's also radioactive.
Yeah, I feel it in my bones.
So will they. The leak was detected at an old phosphate plant pond, which is located near Tampa. Well, goodbye, Tampa.
Hello, Toxic New Year.
According to no one's going to Disney this year. According to Sunday report on CNN, such a leak could potentially, quote, cause a collapse. Phosphogypsum. I got it. Phosphogypsum.
You got it. Gypsum.
Gypsum. That's what I said. Phosphogypsum stacks, which we all know what that is.
Yes.
Waste that is created during fertilizer production and phosphate rock mining. Quote. Yes. The old Piney Point phosphate mine, quote, contains small amounts of radium and uranium.
Just small amounts.
Just small amounts.
Trace amounts.
Yeah, well,
it's fine.
When you collect it all together, not quite so small in trace.
Well,
quote, state officials said they have discovered a leak on Friday. It was located on one wall of the 77-acre pond that holds 600 million gallons of water containing phosphorus, nitrogen, and small amounts of radium and uranium.
just trace amounts.
Trace, yeah, exactly. Don't worry, you won't grow it.
It's fine.
This is. Have you ever noticed that when they talk about this, it's either it's trace amounts, which is fine, which basically means
Nothing really.
it's nothing really.
It's not going to really hurt you.
Or it's so bad it's going to cook you from the inside out. We never can get the right amount
Yeah,
to
it's
where
never
you
just-
grow a third appendage.
And only
Yeah.
a third appendage.
Yeah, like, oh look, I've got a third eye, a third ear popping out on the side of my head,
Right.
or a second arm, third arm.
Third arm, fourth arm, fifth arm.
I got 12 toes, something like that.
Whatever.
That would be cool. No, we can never find that little recipe.
No, that doesn't work.
I just wish we would, just because wouldn't it be
I
funny?
I know.
Some little hobo type town nobody's paying attention to.
Suddenly just like deformed Hobo Town in Tampa.
The residents of this local Florida neighborhood are somewhat different.
That guy's got a hunchback.
She's been living here for 83 years. Mildred, known as Millie.
The Wolf Girl.
No, that's too much. No, not Wolf Girl. She has 4 arms, makes gardening a snap. Oh.
And also, she's a masseuse.
She makes a hell of a meat pie. Anyway, officials are reportedly most concerned about the potential flooding. Said that the water is only slightly acidic. Slightly. Just teensy.
Do a little sec.
Teensy weensy.
little bit.
Not a lot.
No, just tiny bit.
Just enough to be noticeable.
Trace amounts.
Quote, the water meets water quality standards for marine waters, with the exception of pH, total phosphorus, total nitrogen, and total ammonium nitrogen. That sounds like a lot if you think about it.
That's not good.
That's a lot.
That's not. No, that's.
It's only slightly acidic, but not at a level that is expected to be a concern, nor is it expected to be toxic.
Don't you know that it's toxic?
Ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh. Insider reported that authorities worked around the clock on Saturday to pump out as much water as possible to mitigate the effects of a potential flood.
That would be good, considering that Florida is a swampland.
So once it's released, you're not going to put that mustard back into the bottle.
No.
Manatee County Commissioner George Cruz said that he visited the plant on Saturday, but left almost immediately after seeing the hazard. He's like, what is this leak that you're talking about? Oh shit, I gotta go.
That's awesome. That's great.
You guys got this, right? I'm going to get the hell out of here.
I've got a helicopter
Let
right
me
here.
get out of your
You
way.
guys go right ahead.
You do what you got to do.
Doing a great job.
Yeah, don't let me get in your way.
I'm just going to go.
You finish up here.
I have a lunch appointment, right?
Tea time's at 2:00.
I got to get out of here. We're 2 hours out.
Exactly. That's exactly what that was. That's exactly what that was. He saw Superman too. That's what it was.
That's what it was, yeah.
He's like, oh, I know what that hole means.
No, that's not good.
Quote, we determined that it is no longer safe to be anywhere near Piney Point. So we all kind of raced off the stacks as fast as we could. End quote. That's what he told
hold on,
the
hold on.
Guardian in a statement.
So Piney Point is in Tampa. Okay. And Piney Point was built basically on top of this stuff.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Makes a lot of sense, don't it?
It really does. It's Florida. All right, continue.
Uh-huh. It's kind of like, trying to build a bridge across a fault line.
Mm-hmm. It's not going to work.
It will for a little while, but
Not going to work.
gets a little bouncy. CBS News on Saturday tweeted, quote, toxic leak. Residents near Piney Point Retention Pond in Manatee, Florida were evacuated on Saturday. I can't read that last part because the corner of the thing.
Sorry.
There you go. Officials fear an imminent collapse of local wastewater reservoir contaminant with material that could be radioactive.
Radioactive.
Yeah, could
Radioactive.
be. It could be. Is that the could be radioactive like they do here when they say it could snow?
No. This is definitely, it is radioactive.
They're just trying to
downplay it.
Gotcha.
It's like when Florida says that there could be a hurricane.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Spectrum News on Sunday reported that engineering crews as well as state environment officials continue to work on the developing breach. Mm-hmm. This is a developing breach. Nobody's bothering to try and fix the damn thing.
They don't want to get in the water?
They just want to watch it.
They don't want to get in the water?
Well, but there's got to be protective suits to get into the water. Like you've got to get it out. You have to fix it. Like people are gonna die and cook at the same time. That's
They're going to boil.
It's gonna boil. I was gonna say they're gonna boil real quick. They're gonna just wash over them and then just float up to the top and be ready to go.
Oh, those wonderful cannibals in the Everglades. They will.
Yeah. Just in case you happen to live in the area, US 41 will be closed for Buckeye Road to Moccasin Wallow Road. Moccasin Wallow Road will also be closed west of 38th Avenue East in the area.
That is that's a road name right there.
There's a 4-car pileup over on Capitol Boulevard.
No, hold on.
Stop and go down 401.
No, hold on, please.
This traffic brought to you by American Pride Roasters. Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
That's AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
For historically great coffee. Make sure you tune in to your traffic and weather together live every 2 minutes on the
ones.
The 1/8s. The 8s.
18s.
18s. Every 18 you get to 2 minutes. That's what we said.
Oh gosh, but no, really. Okay, Moccasin Wallow Road.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing when you wallow?
You're pouting? Okay.
Moccasins. Who
Shoes?
wears moccasins?
Indian Wallow Road, is that where
That's
is that what you're trying to say?
That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
That's
kind
really
of
mean.
a reach, don't you think?
No, it's not. That's a really mean road.
Oh. Cool. Knights who say knee on Twitter. That's not entirely true. Lake Springfield has just the right amount of radioactivity to create Blinky, the three-eyed fish from The Simpsons. And don't forget about the lady in Total Recall and the psychics on Mallrats.
Oh, thank you.
I forgot about Mallrats.
Yes, Mallrats are definitely there. We forget that these are documentaries
Yeah.
sometimes.
No, I mean,
because they are entertaining as well, but we forget. We just forget.
Jovian Stealth, Jack Hole on Twitter, #arm yourselves. Is it cruel that @Stephen Airy gives @Dylan Lyles all the hard words and doesn't do it out of love? Or does he do it out of love?
I didn't actually know that there was going to be hard words in that one.
Well, it wasn't really a hard one. It was just when it comes to the scientific stuff, like I have to read through it like once or twice slowly
To really catch
to catch where the phonic dip is. That's all.
That's all it is.
And
It's
just
not-
again, it doesn't transfer very well when you're doing radio, because when you're doing normal like this and you go to phosphogypsum, and then
that
because you
one.
have to say it right like 2 or 3 times, otherwise it just jumbles, and then you sound like a moron. And
Right, and that's not good.
no. Bob Ross puts me to sleep. There
That's awesome.
are no mistakes. Just
Happy little trees.
happy little things. Happy little creature. I'm gonna put a little bush right here.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna pretend that your little family squirrels live over here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's so stupid.
Now we're gonna mix these two colors together and get a nice auburn red.
Now, you don't want that red too dark now.
No, it needs to be a little lighter.
And look, just like that, it just jumps off of your brush right onto the canvas. It's so beautiful. It's so
Perfect.
beautiful.
The perfect sunset right there.
It's unlike anything I've ever seen. It just makes me so happy.
Right?
I do. Oh, it's not right.
Oh no.
That's not right at all.
It's not right, yeah.
Oh, bloody, oh, blada. La la la, la 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 la.
No, life goes on. I wonder who's going to be stuck with that today.
What?
That song.
Which one?
The one that we just did.
Oh, bloody.
I was talking to someone.
Futurama sewer people. I love it. That's still one of my favorite shows.
It was good.
I hope they never take it off of Hulu.
They probably will.
I've seen it so many times. That's one of those ones you do let play and just fall asleep to
Yeah, I bet you could.
because you don't miss anything.
Yeah, because you've already seen it all. Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
But it's
This is Defenders Live.
I need a haircut.
What?
I need to get a haircut.
Why?
Well, I got to get the haircut and look pretty before I leave out of here.
Oh yeah, that's
Thursday.
definitely true. Yes. You have to
'Cause
be
I
all
gotta-
prim and proper and cleaned up.
I got to be clean so I can officiate a wedding.
Yep. So
Scary me.
if you don't know, Dylan will be gone, and so we will be doing
Thursday and Friday will be
replays
Yep.
for Thursday and Friday of this week. Dylan is going to officiate some weddings,
At least one,
at least one.
maybe two, depending.
It depends on
It's
who's there.
Definitely one. I'll be in Georgia leaving Thursday, and we won't be back until
And yes, he can officiate weddings.
I can. Yeah.
He has
won't be
the
back.
license.
Actually, we probably won't be back until Tuesday.
You? Well, we'll see about that.
So there you go. So I'll be out for that. So you get to enjoy previews and send Steven a bunch of crap and
Yeah, send me a whole bunch of crap.
Yell at him.
I'll gladly go back and forth with you. That's
Yuck.
fine.
yeah.
So,
this makes me giggle.
Just a little bit.
The moment I read the headline, I just busted out laughing. So Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen will reportedly go or call for a global minimum corporate tax rate.
I'm sorry. Wait, what?
A global minimum corporate tax rate.
The Janet Yellen.
United States
Uh-huh.
Treasury Secretary.
Okay. I'm following you so far. Right.
Janet
Yep,
Yellen
good.
is her
Yeah,
name.
Yep. Okay.
She is going to call for a global
Yeah.
minimum corporate tax rate.
That doesn't work.
Why not?
The U.S. Treasury only works for the U.S.
No, it can't be because she's going for a global minimum.
No. This
She's
is-
calling for it. She wants.
It's distinctly.
She's calling on the nations and telling them they have to have a global. They have to all agree on a global minimum corporate tax rate.
And they can say STFU. Get out of my house. You know, like really, there's no
GFYO, yeah, I know. Or
GTFO.
there's GFY. GFY.
Anyway,
Go fornicate.
I know,
with
I get it.
yourself. There
Yeah,
you
yeah.
go.
Anyway, yeah, I don't think she knows that that's not possible.
I mean, it's possible.
Oh yeah, it's possible, but
Not probable.
it's not. You're gonna what? What are you gonna? How are you doing this?
Well, she wants to do this to prevent U.S. companies from relocating offshore in a response to Biden's administration's forthcoming tax hikes.
So the Biden administration, the current executive office,
Yes.
is trying to hike corporate taxes to pay for his new 200,000 million trillion,
Google million. Yeah.
Giant infrastructure bill that only spends like $100 million in infrastructure, and the rest of it goes to a bunch of people that don't need it. So that one, he wants to pay for that partially by raising corporate taxes. But what he doesn't want is he doesn't want these companies going offshore.
Because he knows that, that
So
they will.
he wants, or he's getting Janet Yellen, or Janet Yellen is taking the initiative to say, hey guys, everyone around the world, don't, you need to raise your corporate tax rates with us.
Yeah.
Is that where we're going?
That's pretty much it in a
That's not how
nutshell.
this works, buddy.
Well, because we know anything else that they've done that they've gotten a global
Initiative on.
has worked out so well so far.
Oh, swimmingly, yes.
Yes. The news outlet Axios made it clear that, quote, by trying to convince other countries to impose a global minimum tax, Yellen has acknowledged the risks to the American economy if it acts alone in raising corporate rates, end quote.
Duh, because when you raise corporate rates, that means companies have to pay out more money per employee.
Well, and not just that. They also have to turn around and then impose that on the people. Like, it's a giant thing across the board. Like, everybody,
It's just going to hurt everybody.
Everybody has to pay more money.
You raise taxes on the upper class and businesses, and then everybody has to pay. This is going to affect everyone. Every single person from every walk of life. If you interact with anybody, this sort of tax hike will hurt you.
Do you really think that any other country on the planet would turn around and agree with the United States on that? Like seriously, why would they think that? You mean to tell me that Russia, China, England, Mexico, name any other country, Yugoslavia, that you name it, Zimbabwe, I don't give a damn. You mean to tell me if Amazon come knocking on their door saying, hey, we need to get the hell out of Dodge. Can you help a brother out? Can you hook us up? Can you do something for us? Can you not at least charge us what they're charging you or charging us? You don't think for a second that they would take them?
Actually, that's the thing. So there are many, many, many places that have corporate tax rates much lower than the United States.
Yeah, but that just means they're getting ready to make it higher than the rest of the world. If you think
No, it's already higher than the rest of the world.
Yeah, but
Like, I'm going to say roughly 60 to 70% of the world's economies have a lower corporate tax rate.
yeah, but what
compared
I'm
to the
saying is,
United States.
just imagine that. It's already that high.
Yeah.
To get higher.
Yeah, see, the tax rate right now is like 21%.
Uh-huh.
They're going to raise it to 28%.
Oh, good.
And you're talking about a corporate structure that extra 7% may not seem like a lot to people.
No, that's a lot. When you're
But
talking...
that's, when you're talking millions and billions
Yeah,
of
when you're
dollars.
talking millions and billions, or well, there's no point in saying millions anymore. Hell, billions. We're in billions and
now
trillions
everything,
now.
yeah, billions and trillions.
When you're
of dollars.
talking in billions, 7% is a lot.
It's a lot of money.
It is a lot.
I
of
would gladly
money.
take 7% of Amazon.
Right?
I'd gladly take 7% of their
I
profits
wouldn't
in a
think
year.
twice about it.
No, not at all.
It's just so fascinating to me that, and they know what they're doing is wrong, and not like an evil thing, though it is.
It's just stupid.
It's stupid, and they know it's stupid, and so they're trying to convince the rest of the world to be stupid with them. Like they really think that this is going to work.
It's just like this. Okay,
Yeah, who is it?
hey, Dylan.
Yeah.
Hey,
Mhm.
it's
Hey, what's up, man?
It's Steven over here.
I see
in
that.
The US.
I'm looking at you. How are you?
We're over here. Yeah. Hey,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go and
You
I'm
just
gonna
got
go-
here.
I'm
Hold on.
gonna
Why
go-
are you
no,
leaving?
no.
You just got
No, no,
here.
no.
You
Here's the
knocked
thing.
on my door.
Yeah. I want your help.
Okay.
I want your help.
Okay.
I'm gonna go rob a bank. Can you drive the car?
What kind of car?
It's really fancy.
What bank and what kind of car?
It's the most it's the biggest bank in the world.
It's got the best money.
It's got the best. It's the greatest. Has the best money.
It's huge.
Amazing.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
I know. Yeah. No. It's the largest bank in the world, and it constantly gets renewed. And you know what? We're only gonna steal like 7%, so it's nothing bad.
Oh, so we're not actually stealing. We're doing like office space.
But what I need is your help.
But we're doing office space.
Right. I want you to steal it with me.
Isn't that what it was? Office space?
Office space. Yeah.
Yeah, where they pilfered off the.
Can you steal it with me?
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
It's just going to be fractions of a penny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no one will ever know.
No. Never.
Never.
No, never.
Never.
For never.
Until we open up our thing tomorrow.
Until we
and
open up our
see
bank account and see that we accidentally put a zero in the wrong place.
and hence, $6.5 billion in the account
They'll never know.
overnight.
Yeah.
No
So,
idea.
yeah, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
This is so stupid. Like they know this is coming. They know this. And by the way, this is all ran by a president who was all about making sure that he's all against the wealthy, which is ironic because he is.
Wealthy.
But he's also very much, remember, Middle Class Joe. That was his.
That's the guy.
Moniker that he always tried
Middle
to go
class,
by. Is
yeah.
Middle Class Joe.
Just an average Joe.
I'm Middle Class Joe.
He's
And
average
He's
Joe.
all there, average Joe. He's all
That's
there
right.
he's there for the middle guy. He's all about that, blah, blah, blah. And here he is literally about to rape the middle class with a cactus. Mm-hmm. And
Straight with a cactus.
yes, no KY jelly, no reach arounds, no nothing.
Nope. He's going straight.
He's not even going to warm the damn thing up. It's just going to right in there. And the bad part is there are people that are in his administration. They all know this. You wanted Trump gone so bad.
And now you have him
And
gone.
here we are.
Right. This is what happens when you vote against a person instead of voting for your principles.
Weird.
It's crazy how that is. And also when they cheat and steal the election. But I digress. I mean,
How dare you?
That's a personal opinion, okay?
Allegedly.
In a speech to the Chicago Council on Global Affairs on Monday, Yellen is expected to push for all of the other industrialized nations to raise their corporate tax rates to a minimum standard.
She should keep her voice quiet. I mean,
As well
yelling
as-
is no need.
No, that's her
there's no
name.
need.
That's
What?
her name. Her last name's Yellen. It's Yellen. Yellen.
So just like a redneck yelling.
Sure. No, that's more of a holler. Which
Which is also a place to stay.
It is.
Ironically.
It is.
Yeah.
It's kind of a, and it's on. I know the irony is that actually a holler is very quiet.
It is.
I like
Super
it.
quiet.
As well as she wants to ensure economic competitiveness.
Mm-hmm.
So she wants it to be economically competitive around the world. So in order to do that, she wants everyone else
To raise their rates.
to raise their rates so they can be even with the United States, not the United States be
Dropping their
competitive.
rates.
Yeah. Why is it? And I understand that America, for all intents and purposes, has led a lot in industry and things like that lately.
This isn't something to lead in.
Well, but no, I was going to say, how come it is that they're sitting here saying, no, we've got to raise our rates on the people we have here to keep them from leaving? Why have they never thought about dropping the rates to get what good company? And there's got to be amazing companies in other countries.
Right,
I'm
right,
convinced
right,
there
right.
are. Why haven't they bothered to try and get them over there? Like, how cool would it be? And this is just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
How cool would it be? Who is it? Nippon or Nippon in Japan.
Oh, yeah. Nippon.
Yeah, the airline industry.
Yeah.
How cool would it be to get those cats to have their headquarters here in the United States because our corporate tax rate's so low,
That would be
or
amazing.
low enough that they could do that?
And then they wouldn't have to technically be controlled by the Chinese government at all times.
And then they would turn around and by default, the United States would then benefit by more money coming in.
Oh, wow.
Because now it's another company have a part of the game instead of
Oh, wow.
chasing away the ones we already have.
That'd be kind of nice.
Wouldn't it though?
Wouldn't it be special?
Now, this should be scaring the old Biden administration, considering the fact that I don't do math.
And you get it.
And I'm intelligent enough to figure this out.
That's not good for them.
No.
Nay.
No.
Not good for these folks.
That's like Helen Keller being a better reader than you. Like, it doesn't work that way. That's not...
I mean, she was really good at Braille.
No, I'm talking about like a regular book. Forget the Braille.
Uh-huh.
I'm talking legit, like could pick up a book and go, and could speak it better than you.
Yeah.
Like, that's how bad this is.
She could take in as much information as she wants, but never speak a word.
Hey, I envy her sometimes. Quote, it's about making sure that governments have stable tax systems that raise sufficient revenue to invest in essential public goods and respond to crisis, and that all the citizens fairly share the burden of financing the government. Quote. You know what else might help?
What's that?
Just off the dome.
Maybe
don't spend so much.
What?
Yeah. I again, I'm a guy who don't do math.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure that if you took the principles that one does in their own home, having a budget, you don't spend outside your means, you don't go completely, and people do kind of have that one extra credit card they don't need to have,
but they do have it,
or whatever. But they don't ever turn around and go, you know what? We've just gambled away our rent money. We have no food in the cupboards or in the cabinets or in the freezers.
And we've got
nothing,
absolutely no outside support.
Nothing else going on.
I'm just going to go print myself some money real quick. Hold on.
Well, yeah, they're going to talk about printing it, but I'd be like, and when I print it, I'm going to then turn around and go and buy a Maserati.
Right, because I want one.
Because I want one.
And a golden toilet.
Yeah,
because I can.
That's what this is.
Yeah.
If you wouldn't spend so much, if you wouldn't put so much money into so much crap, if you wouldn't give, I don't know, Iran $140 billion for gender,
for no reason,
for gender studies
in Iran.
Yeah, it went there totally. Then maybe we might have a little bit more money.
No,
that we wouldn't have to be worrying about raising these prices
no.
on these corporations.
See, you don't get
again,
you don't get it.
No, I don't. Remember, math is not my forte.
Math is not your forte, okay? Look, you've got to spend money to make money here. The more you spend, the more you make. So that's just
you got to break a few eggs to make an omelet.
Right. Actually, in this case, you got to break a few eggs to make a few eggs.
But you can't do that.
But that's what we're doing.
I always hated that analogy, by the way, because that's not entirely true.
You don't have to break the eggs?
Well,
make an omelet?
No, you do. But you're not actually breaking the eggs. The eggs are still there.
Breaking the shell.
You're breaking the shell.
Right.
That's not the same thing as breaking the eggs.
No, you're crushing the outer coating.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything.
You're destroying its protection.
So? It's not the same. They could have done better. That's all I'm saying. Stalin, you could have done better.
Could have done
better. Or Marx,
better.
you could have done better.
Yeah, you could have done better.
But you didn't.
Nope.
Quote, we are working with G20 nations to agree to a global minimum corporate tax rate that can stop the race to the bottom.
You know what they're going to call it?
G-Unit. I'm waiting for one person in the G20 nations to walk around calling themselves Young Buck. I don't know why, but I do.
That'd be awesome.
You know what? Again, it's not a race to the bottom. The race to the bottom is actually a good thing. The less money that you are charging them, the more they can produce, which means the more you can kind of get out of them.
That's kind of the point.
Just saying. During Donald Trump's presidency, the business-minded Republicans slashed the rate from 35% at its global high to 21%. Arguing the previous rate put American companies at a global disadvantage and resulted in many of them moving their businesses abroad. According to the Tax Foundation, a conservative tax group, quote, the worldwide average corporate tax rate is just under 24%. And he wants to jump it to, Biden wants to jump it to 28%. And then turn around and he wants to now bear in mind, this is an average. Hold on. This is the average.
Yeah.
Corporate rate.
Yeah, that's the average.
It's 21. It's not a set thing. It's not a standard. It's just that's the average.
And most like, okay, take those, as we saw over on the Twitter, take those socialist Nordic countries,
Uh-huh.
their tax rates are way lower than ours.
Oh, I know. That's because they're slowly learning.
Right. They understood.
Very slowly are they learning that
They're going from the worst case scenario and trying to make it better.
Yeah.
Where we came from the best possible scenario and we're killing it.
yeah, we are on the way to the bottom.
That's right.
And
the
it's-
worst of the bottom.
Yeah. And they're doing it. People like Yellen and everybody else is doing it. Biden and everybody else.
I just want to point out, because you glossed over this. I want to point this out.
Uh-huh.
During the Trump presidency, Republicans slashed the U.S. corporate rate from 35%. We were number one in corporate rate to 21%. So the only reason why we're even as low as 21% right now is because of the previous president.
The guy that they didn't want in office so badly, they stuck
Right.
in Biden.
You know, the guy that actually made business happen, that until COVID pandemic hit, we were on the verge of like gangbusters, man. It was straight gangbusters on the economy.
And it worked.
It was working.
It was
Everything
doing well.
was working.
Everything was good.
Everything is awesome.
Everything is cool when you're part of a team.
That works well.
And then Biden comes in and
Destroys it all.
squishes our dream.
You know, it's the difference between...
do I know what the
No.
difference is? That is. Yeah.
This is the difference between leadership and management.
Yep.
See, Biden is an administrator.
Yeah.
Trump was a leader,
Yeah.
and there's a big difference. Once again, I'm not giving like the all great good job Trump, but he did a lot more good than bad.
Yep.
He just got to get it coded over by all the stuff in the media.
Yeah,
and
if he
the
got
news and
left
everything
alone,
else.
it probably would have been a lot more better, I think.
A lot better.
A lot more better?
A lot more better.
Better, more, a lot?
A lot better.
Something.
Yeah. Speaking of people who can't speak, the Joe Biden himself and the First Lady, Dr. Jill, issued an impassioned plea to the American public on Easter you got to vaccinate yourself out of moral obligation.
Moral obligation, my left toe.
In a Sunday video, the President and First Lady implored Americans to get vaccinated against the novel coronavirus. Echoing Pope Francis's remarks, the Biden said, "We share the sentiments of Pope Francis,
Of course you do, because y'all are kindred spirits.
who has said that getting vaccinated is a moral obligation, one that can save your life and
From
the
what?
life of others."
From what? How does you getting a vaccine save other people's lives? And what does it save you from?
By getting vaccinated and encouraging your congregation and communities to get vaccinated, we not only can beat the virus, we can also hasten the day that we can celebrate our holidays together.
You know, I can celebrate my holidays together anyway.
With my family.
Because
Anytime I want.
Screw you.
And the horse you rode in on.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Jill.
She does have a long face.
But then again, years with him.
Yuck.
Anyway, let's go back to this real quick. Okay.
Oh, it gets
Dylan,
so much better.
how old are you?
39.
39. I'm 34. You're 39, right? Okay. So we're in the age range to where taking the vaccination technically, statistically,
It's pointless.
won't hurt us.
No.
It won't hurt us, but it's unnecessary. Completely unnecessary.
Uh-huh.
Because also the virus won't hurt us.
No. No. It's
We're in the age range. Like anyway, if you're less than 55,
yeah.
really you're in the age range to where it doesn't matter.
Yep.
But if you're younger than 15, taking the vaccination can harm you dramatically more than any of the other. It's like 15 and younger, the vaccine will kill you. 55 and older, the virus will kill you if you're sick. You know, it's a really weird thing. I don't get it. I don't know why, but that's how this works.
I'm gonna have to talk to you after the show. There's a doctor that Izzo is friends with that he had on his show that I happen to hear, and
Yeah.
no, he'll have to have a conversation about it because I think we may have to have this guy on.
Okay.
Because he goes through all of it,
The whole deal?
all of it.
Yeah.
Now, granted, a lot of it is technical, so you have to kind of bear with that.
Right. It's the jargon.
But at the same time, like
Just tell him to break it down to the talk to me like you're talking to a 10-year-old.
talk dirty to me is what I should say.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where basically it's not the virus is not. I mean, excuse me, the vaccine is not actually a vaccine, and
Right.
and it doesn't help you. It doesn't do anything good.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good stuff off of that. I have to
We
pull
can
it up
get
and check
there.
about it, but
And elsewhere, Biden also invoked the Gospel of John. He said,
because that's what I want to hear is that douchebag who is
As we celebrate this most holy day, we know many are still going without.
all right. Hold on,
Familiar
stop. Hold on,
comforts
stop
of the season.
Stop.
"What?
Try it again.
No.
Because you're
I'm going.
No, I got that, but you need to twist the voice a little bit because you're.
What do you want? What do you
You're
want?"
quickly slipping into Marlon Brando and The Godfather.
Good.
need
That's
to-
actually fine. I'm good
No,
with this.
no, 'cause-
Yes, I'm fine with it. Because that's actually what he slips into anyway.
Celebrate this most holiest
Well,
of
I've
days.
got he's got this.
That's where you're headed.
So Biden has this like weird rasp.
no, I know he does.
He has a weird rasp in his voice, and it's not from age necessarily. It's not necessarily from age, but it's there.
No, and I got that, but I don't know. The way you're doing
It's
the
the-
way you're doing, and you're slowly going. And I know
Yeah,
this is
I'm going
completely
to.
derailing
No,
the
I'm
show,
going to.
But you're slowly like going from here's
Yeah, actually, I'm
here's
doing
my
it on
idea
purpose.
Biden into Marlon Brando.
You know why?
why?
Because he's slowly dying as you go
Oh,
along.
okay, gotcha.
You
Never
didn't
mind.
catch it.
No,
and
I
that's-
didn't.
You
I
know, you
apologize.
should have just let me go with it.
Look
By
at
the
that,
time I was done, he'd have been.
Yeah, that's true. There goes.
See?
There I go, pulling back the curtain. And
Jeez,
see
I was
the man
trying
behind
to
the
make
curtain
it
pulling the-
funny.
Yeah, I ruined it. I'm sorry.
Fine. He says, as he continues, the virus is not gone, and so many of us still feeling the longing and loneliness of distance.
No.
For a second year, most will be apart of their will be apart from their families, friends, and the full congregation that fills us with joy. And yet, as the Gospel of John reminds us, the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it.
I love how he is taking something referring to God and his power and turning around and trying to go, oh no, he's talking about us in this dark time.
Yeah,
That I happen to bring on all of you, by the way.
Because I did it.
It's me.
it's me.
It's
I did it.
Anyway, he
It is not a moral obligation. I love how this guy, again, who has no problems
sniffing
with
the hairs of the girls.
that, I was going to say, and also the
Oh yeah, come and sit on my lap.
the unbridled slaying of innocent unborn children. And then he has the nerve to say, no, getting this liquid ingested into your body,
Yeah.
that is a moral obligation.
Yeah, that is morally
That's
obligated.
it. That is
That's
the
where
hill
you
we're
need
going
to
to
go.
die on.
Yep.
Not abortion.
No,
not
no,
that
no,
maybe
no.
I shouldn't be sniffing little girls.
No.
Not any of this stuff. No.
No, nay.
No. Just,
Not the millions upon millions of people that are now at our border,
No,
basically
none of that.
dying.
Not the fact that our economy is literally about to tank.
Oh, it has tanked. What
No,
are you talking
but no, I'm talking about we're getting ready to hit a point where there is no coming back. Like, and everybody says, "Oh, well, America has been gone; it'll be gone forever." Blah blah. No. We're going to hit a point where we're going to be Venezuela, where we're not going to have the freedoms, the abilities, the technology, the things to do what we're doing now. We're going to end up like Venezuela, where we're trying to kill dogs in the middle of the street just to have food.
Fluffy's
People
gonna
are going
be your
to
next meal.
Yeah, they're going to talk about us and go, "Hey, you remember that place, America? The United
Man, that was
States?
so great back in
That
the
was
day.
a great idea until they just destroyed it and killed themselves with it."
America was great back in the day. It's crazy how they committed suicide.
Yeah. Too bad I guess they got tired of winning.
That's a bad pun.
Sorry.
That's bad.
You know what isn't something that's a bad pun or tired of winning is American Pride Roasters coffee. Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
Yes, go over there. Check
It
out
is
all the
historically
awesome.
great coffee.
It is great flavors, teas. I almost said cheese.
Yeah.
Teas and coffee
Chocolates.
and chocolates and all kinds of great stuff. Check them out. AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Go to our website, DOAShow.com. Check out the archives and the shop and
All
Become
the
a
rest
Defender
of it.
and all that good jazz with us. Go to mojo50.com. Tell them thanks for letting us all be on there with them. Check out the other house. Yep. Yep. Mojo50.com. Follow them on iHeartRadio under Mojo50 Radio banner. Follow us on all social medias at DOAE Show. We'll be back in a minute. It says we got a lot of dumb stuff to talk about.
We do. We
A
really
lot.
do. Yeah,
We're
we
not
do.
done yet. I know we're not. Zero F's given. Don't care. I don't care. It's nature of the beast. At this point, like,
Yeah, it's fine.
you
The flubs.
It's funny because I remember going back to the beginning of doing this, like the first time we would do the show, and you would be terrified. You'd be, oh my God, I can't. I don't want to mess up. This is gonna be so embarrassing. And now once you get
Whatever.
used to it, you're like,
Oh, look, I screwed up.
yeah, because I'm not human. I don't say dumb things.
Yeah, right. Right. Okay. Uh-huh. Because we're only human. Yes, we are.
Don't you dare.
What?
Don't you dare.
What?
I don't want to hear that song.
You don't have to hear it. I didn't play it.
No, I know, but you want to sing it.
No, I'm not. I don't want to sing it. I just wanted to speak it. What? No, not that one. I wasn't going to that way.
That's the one I thought you were doing.
No, I was doing a different Only Human. I don't know.
Thank God.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Let's see. Global Field, Texas Rangers are currently playing with a stadium full of fans.
Great.
Yes.
That's because Texas is awesome.
Again, 0 F's given.
And no one got the COVIDs.
I'm with B on this. This makes me cry. Look at that. That is gorgeous.
Tears of joy. No more big screens of people watching on their homes.
Wonder what they did with all those big screens.
I don't know. Not all the places had them. Just a few.
No, I know. So
Like
most of it was cardboard.
Yeah. Or like the
WWE.
WWE or whatever. Like basically it's just
They have people on Zoom going,
yeah. That's so stupid. I'm watching the show from Zoom.
I just
No.
that is probably one
I paid $60
Yeah.
to be in Zoom.
That's probably one of the worst things. Like I've thought about other, sports and stuff, and like
Sure,
they
yeah.
thrive on the crowd.
Yeah. Oh no, but wrestling
But
definitely
wrestling
does.
absolutely does. And you walk in it, and all there
You
are
live in the crowd.
monitors and music and
Oh no.
not laugh tracks, but like applause tracks.
Oh, yeah,
and things
yeah,
like that. It's
yeah,
all
yeah.
digital. It's all fake.
Crowd track and
It's like, how do you do it? Like,
how do you perform like that?
I couldn't.
I mean, we know it's all fake anyway, but that's not
No,
the
I know,
point.
but it's still an opera.
It's
still
the drama.
Yeah. How do you pull that off without?
Think about that. Wrestling is a daytime drama at night.
Yep.
It's a soap opera for men, is what it is.
It is.
It's soaps
These
for
are
men.
good seats, actually.
That's actually really nice.
I wouldn't mind being there.
No, that's pretty good. So
I want to go
I wanna go
where the people are. Yeah, no, I quit. I don't care anymore. Like I'm walking anywhere. I'm at a point now where I'm going without a mask, other than work, because I'm going everywhere I possibly can without a mask on, and I'm waiting for somebody to tell me something.
Right, except for work.
Yeah, well, there's a part of
Ish.
me that almost wants work to say something,
Yeah, but
but they pay me, so
yeah, it'll just be, hey, you can't come here anymore.
yeah, and I don't want that
No.
because I do kind of need to pay
Oh,
bills.
bills.
and
Bills are
things.
necessary to pay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't I kind of need it. So.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Hey, if you guys want to help us with that, go to our website, doashow.com.
Wow, that was a shameless
Become
plug.
a defender with. I don't care.
Shameless
Become a defender with us, or just go buy some merch. That'd be amazing.
I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, really breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
Thought I was 6 feet under.
I'm so done with the mask thing.
Oh, I know you
We
are.
were talking about this off the air in case you weren't listening.
Yeah, we were talking about it and how you just really don't care anymore.
I don't.
It's not there. You know what? The funny thing is, there are a lot of people that feel that way.
I told you it's
And-
coming.
And specifically here in not here, but there.
Here in Vancouver?
Here in Vancouver. No, there in Vancouver. Where this happened. And is we'll talk play by play while we're
not gonna-
Yeah, I'm going to. Okay, so this is a health inspector has come to this shop, this restaurant. And they're trying to tell this lady that she needs to wear a mask to eat there. And now everybody's literally just chanting, "Get out, get out, get
Nice.
out, get out. Nobody cares. Get out, get out." That's the deal right there. See,
Yeah, buddy.
nobody wants you.
That's awesome.
Yep. And just, that's it. Nobody wants these people here. Nobody wants to be, told by some random nobody,
Some random jackwagon.
some random jackwagon, "Hi, I'm from the government and I'm here to help." No, you're not.
I'm someone special. I am part of the government. Please do as I say.
Right.
And put on a face covering.
Right. Well, see, the thing is, in British Columbia, last Monday, they ordered a 3-week ban.
A 3-week ban.
3-week ban for indoor dining to combat the newest wave of COVID-19 virus, which apparently in Canada they now have a new wave of it, and it's attacking young people specifically. And by young people we mean from late teens to 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah. The ban comes with fines, adding that businesses could be fined $2,300 while individuals could be fined up to $575 for non-compliance. And there's a separate fine for belligerent behavior.
Yeah, I guess they're somebody in the background of that video better be going calculating it quick.
Yeah, that's a bit of money there.
And it shows all of that in one go. That's fantastic.
Literally everything that we just talked about right there, all in one go.
Nice.
They tell the officials that who are handling the lady who's
Yeah, they're handing the lady a ton of paper.
ton of paperwork and all the rest
all
of it.
these different things. Well, the government says this. These are rules. They say you can't do this. Yep.
they-
have this be gone.
This local place is like, "You're trespassing.
Yeah.
Get off. This is private property. We don't recognize your jurisdiction here. Get out."
Yeah.
And then that's when you hear get out," in a chant. And you know what? That's the first chant I've actually been okay with.
Yeah.
First chant I've ever said, okay, that's fine. That's a good one.
Because I'm tired of it, man. I'm so tired of the whole thing. So I was in Harris Teeter
That
yesterday.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
No, it's today. Monday. Saturday. I think it was Saturday.
Right.
And there
One of
were
those days.
several people working there
Uh-huh.
that were double masking. Cloth mask over top of the blue paper one.
Right.
And I'm like, and it weren't like just there. Like they were tight on their face. How do you breathe?
I don't know. That's not.
How do you breathe? I can't breathe with the crap I got on and like, I just can't do this. I can't. It's the stupidity of it. It's the lying. It's the manipulation. It's the fake. Had all of this been, let me rephrase that. I was going to say, had all this been honest. If you're going to lie about this, had you been at least consistent from the beginning?
Start with a consistent lie and continue through the lie.
And stick to it the whole way.
Don't change it.
Yeah.
No deviations.
And not have all this constant proof that there's nothing wrong. You know, if you're going to cheat on the test results and have all these false positives and you use this as ways to show, and then you turn around and you fudge the numbers saying, oh, well, people died having COVID in their system, so they died from COVID.
Yeah.
If you were at least honest, people would be more inclined to follow you. I've said this from the beginning. But now you got people who are so tired of this rigmarole because we all know it's fake.
Yeah. Well, that's just how it is. That all of it's fake. All of it's crap. But you know what? That's not the only one. That's not the only one. And it's still in Canada. Apparently, okay.
I called this, didn't I?
You did call this, but the funny thing is, it's in the nicest place.
Yeah.
the country that's been quoted as being like the nicest people in the North American continent. I mean,
Allegedly.
Canada.
Uh-huh. They're not all nice, just so we're clear.
They're not all nice. Obviously, French Canadians are mean as shit.
Yeah, I know. They're douchey.
They're the worst of the worst of the
I
worst.
know.
They're like if the French actually were mean.
If the French had balls.
If the French had balls, they'd be French Canadians.
And no one likes them because they're French.
Right. And the French don't like anybody else because they're French. And so French Canadians hate you, and they're willing to tell you about it.
In French.
In French.
The damn French.
Because you're American and you're stupid.
And they say, yeah, they...
Anyway, a video captured some moments when there was another video. I'm not going through this one, but a video captured moments of a Canadian pastor that decided to drive away health officials and police trying to enforce mask mandates at his church during Passover.
That's awesome.
The incident unfolded Saturday at a church in Calgary in Alberta, Canada. Pastored by Artur Pawlowski.
Okay. Hashtag nailed it. Hashtag like an idiot.
I'll take it. The video shows several officers assisting public health officials inside the church as the pastor yells at them to get out of his church. Quote, immediately, get off of this property. I don't want to hear anything. This is what he's yelling.
Nice.
He continues on, until you get a warrant, out. Immediately, go out and don't come back. I don't want to talk to you. Not one word.
I love this guy. See, I'm ashamed.
Why are you ashamed?
Because, again, this is Canada.
It's Canada.
They're
being more forceful than we are as Americans.
One of the most socialist of the Northern Hemisphere.
That's very true.
Okay. And these people are done.
Oh, yeah, they don't care.
But America,
They're done.
literally,
America.
the America, land of the free, home of the brave.
Allegedly.
Not
We're
anymore.
doing nothing.
Sheeple.
We are sitting around here like neutered dogs.
When are you going to let me take my mask off?
I'm tired of it.
It's done.
If you
It's
go into
done.
a place and I understand if the business tells you, hey, you need to wear a mask, I will oblige that.
Even still, half the people don't wear it anymore anyway.
I went into Walmart the other day.
Nobody says
okay,
it. Nobody says anything.
I went into Walmart with the girlfriend the other day for the first time since all this shit went down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I had the mask in my pocket.
Uh-huh.
I had the mesh technology because at least I could breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked past the lady and she's like, oh, do you have a mask? I can give you one. And I'm like, no, ma'am, I'm good. And she's in the thing. And I had it on for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, screw this. And I took it off. And then I started noticing there were other people floating around, mostly guys, but other people floating around.
No
mask.
Yeah.
And there was
mostly
a lot more
guys in their mid 30s to 40s.
Most people did have their mask on, but there was a few of us that didn't. And I'm like, you know what? Screw this.
There's no reason.
There is absolutely no reason. I'm
Absolutely
not going to do
none.
this junk
Nope.
anymore. If they tell me I can't be there without the mask, then
Then
fine.
I'll leave.
Yeah, well, then I'll leave, or I will make that decision to put it on if I so choose.
Right.
But you're not you go into a store and have a customer tell you, no, I'll probably be in jail because I'll go throw down with somebody.
Yep, he continued on saying, "Do not come back, you Nazi psychopaths.
Wow.
Unbelievably sick, evil people, intimidating people at a church during Passover, you Gestapo, Nazi, communist fascists." It's close.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's true, but still.
Yeah, I mean, there's other connotations I would have probably used too.
Yeah, probably. But he's a pastor, so he's trying to be nice.
Well, no, I'm talking about even from a good angle. Because why does it everybody thinks that something is controlling like that is Nazis?
Well, he did use all of them. He did Nazi, communist, and fascist.
No, I know.
It's like everything.
And I do understand
everything.
It kind of covers the whole gambit, but at the same time, it's more like, Russia or China. It's socialism, communist. It's not necessarily Nazi.
But still, I'm not going to. If he says Nazi, I'm not going to stop him.
No. I'm just saying. I just wondered. It was just kind of a sidebar question: is why does everybody sit there constantly going, "Well, the Nazis"? It's not always Nazis, dude.
Not always the Nazis.
Not always Nazis.
Sometimes it's Red China.
Yeah, and they're a lot worse.
A lot of times it's Red China.
They're doing the same thing that Nazis did back in the 40s, and nobody is doing jack about that.
Calgary police released a statement on Sunday explaining their part in the actions against the church.
We were just there.
Quote, "The concerns that the people in attendance were not adhering to the government's COVID public health order, which are in place to ensure everyone's safety. The organizer of the gathering was uncooperative with the health inspectors and repeatedly raised his voice, asking all parties to leave the premises, which they did approximately 1 minute after entry in a peaceful manner. We understand the pandemic has caused great disruption to all Calgarians."
I'll go with that. I was trying to sit here and read that too. I think it'd be Calgarians.
Though
it makes you sound like they're from I don't know, mid-century Rome or something.
Right, yeah, because
we're from Calgary. We're Calgarians.
The Goths and the Romans and the Calgarians. They battled to death. Yeah. The land of the Tims. Anyway.
In their professional and personal lives, we do not wish to disturb or disrupt anyone's holidays or religious or spiritual events. However, we must support our partner agencies when called upon to help ensure everyone can safely celebrate these occasions.
That was so a Canadian response. Oh, no, we didn't want to hurt nobody's feelings. We don't want to bother nobody, but we're just only here because we were called on there, eh? That's what that was. There was no accountability, no nothing. It was just, oh, no, we only showed up because we were called there, eh? We're not supposed to be here, but, we don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, but the law is the law, and we kind of had to need to be there.
Mm-hmm. See, James over there on the Facebook got it. It's on video. They didn't leave within a minute. Yeah. I mean, it might have been less than 5 minutes.
Hey, it's their lie. They can tell it how they want to.
Right, as long as I stick with it.
Well, yeah, but they also, the whole, well, we're only there because we were called. Shut up.
Shush.
Shut up.
Stop.
If you're not going to do what technically your job would have been, which is to then enforce said law, then you didn't do your job, which means you being there was pointless.
This is what I don't get.
Why did you go back them up then if you were called on?
I'd be from the SAV over there on the Twitters if I can find it again. Yeah. Canada, especially Alberta, is doing American freedom better than us. And I attribute it to the American Nuck.
I agree.
I agree.
I agree.
Not great for us.
I'm actually ashamed, to be perfectly honest with you, because there's no reason why Canada, effing Canada, should be doing this. We as Americans should be doing this. And I understand. And again, I can understand. I don't agree, but I can understand if you live in a place like New York.
Yeah.
City.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I say New York City is kind of the main one. I wouldn't even say Los Angeles because Los Angeles is still wide open and spread out.
Right. It's huge.
But New York City, compact, everybody's on top of each other, very crowded.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Literally stacked on top of each other.
Yeah, exactly. I still don't quite agree with it. I don't like it, but I at least understand there. You know what I mean? But when you start talking about people like us, who live in small towns, who you know, the real, I don't say real.
You know, born in a small town.
Yeah.
Grew up in a small town.
Were you raised in a small town?
I'm probably going to die in a small town.
It's probably where they'll bury you. All right, John Mellencamp. You know the first sidebar tangent. Do you know the first time I ever heard that song? Back in the day, you remember when Sports Illustrated used to be more than just a swimsuit commercial? It used to.
Yes.
It actually used to do sports stuff.
Yeah.
There was a stuff back in the day they would give out for signing up. They would give like a video of something. It was some kind of a sports highlight thing or whatever.
Okay.
And the one that my dad had was, it was only one. It was of NBA. The NBA from like the mid to late 80s.
Okay, yeah.
So it was
a good years.
Oh yeah, it had
good years.
You know, Darrell Wilson, not Darrell Wilson. Hold on, it had like Spud Webb on it. It had Isaiah Thomas, the original Isaiah Thomas, not the current one,
not the one.
Michael Jordan,
yeah.
You know, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, all them cats on there, and that happened to be the song they played for Larry Bird. Like, because what it'll do is it would show, it would say who it's for and have the thing come up, and it would be on a different person. It would show like them through high school.
Oh,
and
yeah,
younger
yeah.
years, and if
it would
you
do a
had
montage. Yeah,
yeah, and it would highlight it and it would play it to the song when the
Whatever
song was
it
over
was
it in,
there, yeah.
and that was Larry Bird's.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That was Larry Bird's.
Wow,
it was good.
Mm-hmm.
Taking you way back, but anyway, yeah. No, I'm fed up. America, you should be smarter than this. You should be better than this. And again, I'm not talking about you being a complete tool to somebody. If you walk into a business and the business says, "Hey, would you please put on a mask or whatever?" That's fine. You have your right at that point to either follow the rules and because it is their business, and they're asking you to do it, or you know.
If you're inside of a business though, and a government official comes in and says, "Hey, you all need to put masks on," shove it. Mm-hmm. You can shove it.
Yeah, I don't. I'm at a point now where I would love to see a little bit more of this. But I would love to see it here in America.
Right.
This is
all I've seen it from is Canada right now, and that's really weird.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
That's sad.
Right.
What is going on?
This is again. This is. Need I remind you? This is America, the same place that constantly. I remember with the whole when ISIS was bad, and they're talking about let ISIS come over here with all the guns and stuff that we have. That we'll have no problems. Stand up to them and blah 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 blah. I'm beginning to think that all of that was a lie.
Right.
Because you can't even stand up to normal people who try to tell you have to wear a mask outside.
You can't stand up to a Karen.
Yeah. Like,
it doesn't make any sense.
How do you have the ability to stand up to ISIS, who will gladly and without a second thought behead you because you happen to believe in anything other than their particular God?
Now,
but you won't stand up to somebody because they make you wear a mask.
Right. Now,
and again, I understand.
With that being said, the guys are military members and service members out there. They will stand up to that.
Yeah.
But these average Joes that talk about, oh, you're American.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. A majority of them were like, oh, yeah, no, I'm with them. I'm with these guys. And
then you cower away from a freaking Karen.
Yep. I'm ashamed.
It's not good.
I'm ashamed.
Big Pharma Steve over on the Twitters. Wow. What I learned today, evidently, according to @Dylan Lyles' impression, according to your impression, Bullwinkle was a Canadian cop, huh? Who knew? No, he was a Mountie.
Hey, Rocky.
Watch me pull a rabbit out of my head. Yeah, he was a Mountie.
He was a Mountie. He used to walk around out there. Do. I used to love watching that show.
That's right.
They don't make them like that no more.
Mm-mm.
Oh, that hurts my heart.
Be careful, Bullwinkle.
Kevin Hutchins over on Twitter. A social worker called last week to inform me she has arranged for a vaccination for me. She was friendly until I rejected the offer. She couldn't comprehend the level of my ignorance. She even came to my door the next day to educate me with CDC pamphlets.
So she's a Jehovah's Witness of the CDC.
Pretty much.
Do you know our Lord and Savior, the CDC?
Excuse me, I'm here to talk to you about our Lord and Savior, CDC.
PCP? No, CDC. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong one.
So close.
So close. James over there on the Facebook. Larry Bird, the white guy in the back. That's racist.
80s flashback. Hugs, not drugs from BFSC.
Yes.
Yeah, hugs, not drugs.
I saw that one.
Yep. There he is. There's Spud Webb. And look at all those guys.
Yeah, that guy's there.
Oh,
Hey, you gotta zoom in on
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
I did it wrong.
Yeah, you did.
Did I on it? I hit the wrong double. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's Spud Webb and Derek Wilkerson.
Yep.
Isaiah Thomas.
Mm-hmm. That's all the guys except for the Jordans.
No, and there's Paxson from the Bulls.
Yep.
John Paxson, I believe. I don't recognize the white dude from the Celtics. That is not Bird.
That's not Bird. No.
But anywho, God, it makes me feel old. Back when fundamentals were real.
I know those guys.
Nice to say knee over on Twitter. Come on, now there's Mountie talk and not one mention of Kamala. See what you did there. I see what you did there.
Come on, man.
It's I mean, sometimes it's just so easy. I was at Kevin McHale. Oh my God. Okay. I knew Erica would know.
Really?
Yeah. Boston thing.
Oh, that's right.
It's a Boston
Celtics.
thing.
Yeah.
It's a Boston
It's
thing.
a Boston. She's got to know.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like a prerequisite.
Yeah. It doesn't even matter if you're a sports fan or not. You gotta know.
Yeah. Kevin McHale. I completely forgot about it. The picture here I couldn't pull it
very
up.
blurry.
Still. It takes me back.
That's fine.
Secretary of Energy, Jennifer Granholm.
Excuse me, what?
Jennifer Granholm,
Oh,
Secretary of Energy.
Oh, okay. Got it.
You know who I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. You don't have to talk down to me.
Granholm,
You don't have to talk down to me.
Secretary of Energy.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Didn't deny claims over the weekend that tax hikes associated with the Biden administration's more than $2 trillion infrastructure plan could have a ruinous economic effect on the middle class. And we've already talked about that, really, actually.
Yeah.
During an interview on Sunday, CNN host Jake Tapper confronted the energy secretary on the issue, citing concerns among Republicans and moderate congressional Democrats about the economic impact of raising taxes. In the lead up to his question, Tapper specifically referred to a recent Wall Street Journal editorial that asserted that taxes would be hit, quote, the middle class hard in the value of their 401ks, the size of their paychecks, and what they pay for goods and services, end quote.
It'll hit them hard.
Yeah.
Hit them in the pocket.
Yep. To pay for the massive spending package, which goes far beyond highways, bridges, roads,
Et cetera.
Shit they're not supposed to be paying for.
Et cetera. And more et ceteras. Mm-hmm. All the stuffs that are et ceteras.
A laundry list of progressive political priorities.
Uh-huh.
The administration has proposed the largest tax hike in almost 3 decades. One of the major changes is getting the media's attention is a proposed increase to the corporate taxes, 21 to 28%, as we mentioned earlier. In response, Granholm remarkably didn't raise an objection to the specific claim.
Objection!
Rather, she dodged the question by claiming the administration's corporate tax rate figure is fair and reasonable middle.
Okay, so once again, we found out that the average tax rate globally is 24%.
24%.
That's average, and that's the current average with us being at 21%.
That's it.
Right. So, if the average is 24 and you're raising it to 28,
that actually technically raises the average.
That raises the average to like 25.
Yeah.
And then it also says, it's not reasonably middle. But are you saying that it's reasonably middle because it's the middle area between 21 and 35? Is that why it's the middle?
I would like to, I don't know if we can.
No, actually, look, she answers that exact question.
No,
I didn't even know that, but she does.
Quote, you recall that just a few years ago, the tax rate was a corporate taxes with 35%. When Donald Trump passed his corporate taxes and cuts for the wealthy, He dropped it to a point that nobody's ever even asking for, which is 21%. So what Joe Biden is saying is let's put a reasonable middle. Let's put us in line with other industrial nations, which is 28%. Again,
that's the middle, and it's not in line with other nations.
no, the average is 24, not 28.
So if you want to go in line, you go 24. But if you keep it at 21, then we're all safe anyway.
But that makes too much sense, though.
Right, yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
Apparently, to Adam thinks your Canadian sounds more like Tommy Chong.
Am I Canadian?
Yeah, you're Canadian.
I could do Tommy Chong, actually.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
Working on a new song, man. You ready? Peter!
Okay.
That's all I got, man.
Yeah.
I could do Tommy Chong because my dad was Tommy Chong.
Yeah, so it's just imitating your dad at this point.
It was at this point. Look, I swear to God, my dad.
Look and sound.
My dad was Tommy Chong from get-go.
Nice. Beef in the SUV. Sadly, I remember Mikhail more from Cheers than anything else. We understand. Oh, I see what you're doing there.
Setting up things.
And stuff.
And stuff and things.
And things and stuff.
I still didn't get to laugh at this one. That made me giggle.
Which one?
The whole...
Dude, you're spinning, man.
And went too fast. There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Big Pharma Steve.
Uh-huh.
Saying that I can officiate weddings, so can I, and a bunch of other people. That's not special. Next, you'll be telling me that he's a notary public as well.
But it's Dylan.
Yeah, that's the funny part. Can
It's
you imagine
Dylan.
me officiating a wedding?
Yes, I can.
Scary.
Specifically, if you go, marriage.
I am.
Thank you.
I am.
Thank you so much. Is what brings us together today.
This is Defenders Live.
So do you have the whole script?
I'm going to print it out.
You're gonna print it out?
I am going to print it out.
Because
and
you
I'm gonna have it all
need
ready.
to know that you need to know it.
Yeah, no, I know.
Know it.
I'm
know
going to
it.
have it all there. Don't
You gotta
worry.
know it.
Big Pharma Steve over Twitter. I mentioned to do this earlier. At Dylan Lyles can officiate weddings. So can I and a bunch of other people. It's not that special.
Right.
Next, you'll be telling me that, or next you'll be touting he's a notary public as well. No, I'm not gonna be, but I am gonna do the marriage skit from Princess Bride, and I've threatened them with it, and I don't know if they believe that I'm going to really do it or not.
Oh, come on. It has to happen.
Oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to read it just like that. Marriage is what brings us together today. Marriage, that blessed arrangement, that dream within a dream, and love, true love, will follow you forever. So treasure your love.
Skip to the end.
Oh, the ring part. No, I'm not going to do that part.
Yeah.
Say man and wife, Okay. That dream within a dream.
You have to have the groom involved if you want to do this.
Oh, no. Nah. Apparently, they've already got some other kind of hijinks they may be planning
Oh, good.
to the lead up.
Yeah.
So apparently, my doing this is not going to hurt anything at all.
Sweet.
So I guess as long as I just show up and kind of go, do you, then
Uh-huh.
as long as they both do, I guess we're fine.
Do you? Mm-hmm. How about you? Mm-hmm.
All right, for now, I haven't decided though how, because I want to be somewhat.
Y'all's hitched.
I was gonna say I'm thinking something along those lines.
Yeah, I bet you would.
I don't know how. I want to keep it somewhat
In line?
professional-ish,
No, you don't.
somewhat proper-ish, but at the same time.
Unitarian Church isn't proper anyway.
Well, no, because I was going to do the whole marriage thing, and once everybody's done laughing, go, okay, now that the seriousness is over, now it's time to get married.
Right.
And then start it off that way.
Now that we joked around.
Yeah, now that the seriousness is over, let's get married.
Right. Let's do this. Let's start with the fun.
Yeah. Now that all that's over with, let's have some fun.
All right.
Speaking of as we mentioned earlier, speaking of old-time basketball players and
Hall
guys,
of Famers
old
and all
Barkley, man. Charles Barkley is the
this
outspoken
guy.
commentator and NBA Hall of Famer. He kind of spoke out about race relations in America during a Saturday night broadcast before a nationally televised broadcast of the Final Four game between Gonzaga and UCLA. And his comments were not in line with many of the sports commentators and professional athletes have been saying lately.
Really?
Yeah, he's one might say he's old school.
Are you saying that he's a racist?
Well, it's kind of hard for him to be racist when he's black.
Not if he's a Republican.
I don't think he is a Republican.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he is.
Well, I'm just saying, if you're black but also Republican, you're racist.
That's true. Saturday was the 53rd anniversary of the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr., and during the course of the broadcast, a clip of Robert F. Kennedy's famous speech announcing the assassination was played. Reacting to the moving speech, Barkley said, man, I think most white people and black people are great people. It's just terrible. Okay, no.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
That's the only part of him I can imitate. It's just terrible.
Man, I think most white people and black people are great people.
No, now you're too high pitched.
Well, I am higher pitched.
No, you sounded more like Greg.
Oh, Greg.
Quote, I believe in my heart. I believe that in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
But I think our system is set up where our politicians, whether they're Republican or Democrat, are designed to make us not like each other so they can keep their grasp of money and power. They divide and conquer. I truly believe in my heart most white people and black people are awesome people, but we're also stupid. Following our politicians, whether they're Republicans or Democrats, and their only job is, hey, let's make these people not like each other. We don't live in the same neighborhoods. We got all their money. Let's make the whites and blacks not like each other, and let's make the rich people and poor people not like each other. Let's scramble the middle class. I truly believe that in my heart. Barkley.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Barkley.
Barkley.
That'd be Charles Barkley.
Yeah, Charles Barkley.
He's an Alabama native. He's toyed with the idea of a political career in the past. 2008, he seriously considered running for governor of his home state in Alabama as a Democrat. See?
Oh, yeah.
Since then, every electoral cycle, he has faced rumors that he will seriously enter the political fray. Last year, in 2 separate interviews, he attempted to put those rumors to rest for good as he unloaded on both political parties and saved special scorn for Democrats.
So, see?
But he did attempt to run.
Yes.
He gave a run as a Democrat. But see, if he is a Democrat, he's the old style Democrat.
Yeah, he's a blue dog.
He's a blue dog. He's not this progressive crap.
He's that original Democrat that's basically center line, like the original center line that was more liberty focused.
Yep.
Yeah.
Still cared about people, still wanted to spend money on that, but at the same time
was more liberty focused.
Yeah. Quote, I think both of these political parties are crap.
Good job.
That's what Barkley told an ESPN reporter on a podcast last year. Quote, they do nothing for actual people. The Democrats and Republicans are both full of crap.
Mm-hmm.
You see now with this pandemic, they aren't doing anything for these people. End quote. Later in an interview with the University of Kentucky basketball coach John Calipari, Barkley said, quote, I've been a Democrat all my life. I just realized now they've done an awful job of taking care of poor people. They make the same boast every 4 years. They come to the black community and say they're going to make things better. And then they don't really make things better. I'm still a Democrat, but I don't fall for stupidity. End quote.
So, yeah, blue dog, which is really sad.
And good on him, though.
Yeah, good on you for that. I mean, honestly, good on you for saying, I am this way. But these people are morons.
Yeah, and I mean, anybody should be able to do that, but and he's also of the age where he's getting up in those years where he's just like, I don't give a damn. I don't care. I'm going to say what I want to say, and you go pound sand.
Right.
God. Kevin Hutchins over Twitter. Apparently, this me officiating a wedding thing is pretty funny. Kevin Hutchins over Twitter. Maybe Dylan can officiate weddings, but is Elmer Fudd licensed?
No.
How do you know? I mean, he didn't go hunting when it wasn't the right season.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yes.
He only went hunting for wabbits when it was wabbit season.
Just because he knows the law doesn't mean he has a license.
Well, if he knows the law, don't you think he would have a license?
Why?
I don't know. Did they have hunting licenses back in the 60s?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Maybe.
I wasn't there.
The nicer say, if you need someone to impersonate Barkley, get Jimmy Kimmel to do it. The only thing is you'll have to provide black face paint.
Oh,
well
that's
played,
not
sir.
Right. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Also, again, with the thing for the wedding.
Yeah.
I need to throw in a little Michael Scott. The dictionary defines marriage as the fusing of two metals. You two are both metals, gold medals.
Winner.
Get it?
Winner. Yes, I get it. Yeah.
No, actually, it was a wedding. I don't think it was marriage. I think it was he was defining a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked it up wrong. He missed it by one. Instead of wedding, he read welding.
Whoops.
And it was a fusing of two metals.
Mm-hmm.
And he wrote it as medal instead of metal. It's that's the joke.
Yeah, I got it.
It's funny. It's even funnier when I can't even remember the guy's name now. Guy who plays Michael Scott from there, when he was Steve Carell.
Yeah.
When he does it, it's just sitting there because he's all stone faced.
Yeah.
Like,
solid stoic.
He is. He's like, and it's serious as a heart attack.
Yeah.
You know, the dictionary defines a wedding as the fusing of two metals.
That's welding.
Yeah. And you can't help it. Like, he is so fit, and you're like, ha,
that's very good.
yeah, dumbass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dumbass. Speaking of the sports.
The sports?
Texas Governor Greg Abbott on Monday declined an invitation to throw out the first pitch of the Texas Rangers home opening game, announcing that Texas will not seek to host the All-Star Game or any other Major League special ball game. Following the NBL's decision to move the All-Star Game out of Atlanta due to the criticism of the Georgia's election law.
Okay, so everybody knows what's going on with Georgia, right? If you don't understand or you don't know what's going on with Georgia and how it's actually happening. So the law was
Georgia
signed.
is on our mind.
Yeah, Georgia is on our mind, except for... So the law that we talked about the election and all the rest of it, where they're changing the polling days somewhat.
Adjusting it slightly,
but they're also mandating certain times that have to be open and then giving extended hours.
Yeah.
Saying that you can be open for longer, which means that you have to be open from 9 to 4, but you can stay open from 7 to 7 on these days that you're here. Yeah. Also, just saying, hey, we're getting rid of 2 Sundays out of the 4 weeks that you can vote early, where people were getting all pissed off about that, and all the rest, all the other quote unquote voting law issues that they were talking about, mainly IDs are required for, I don't know, everything. So why not require them for voting? Also, you can't get a, what you call it? What's that vote? What's that type of vote called?
I don't know.
Absentee ballot.
Oh, the absentee, yeah.
You can't get an absentee ballot unless you have a valid reason for not being able to show up for a month to vote.
Oh, darn.
Oh, and when you do, you have to sign it and fill it out and bring your ID. You have to bring your ID, or you have to have a form of ID with the ballot.
How dare you?
How dare you? Right.
Bastards.
How dare you? How dare you try and do all this stuff and try to solidify Georgia's elections from theft and ruin?
How dare you attempt to bring in some form of accountability?
How dare you try to fully legalize a process that we've been destroying for years?
Yeah. How dare you try and keep something as pure as possible and as fair as humanly possible?
Right. And so you have all of these
bastards.
Right, exactly.
I am ashamed that I'm going to be down in Georgia in a couple days.
Killed Kenny. No. You bastard. That's right. But here's the thing. All these companies, every single major corporation company that's in Georgia as we speak.
Delta.
Delta, Coca-Cola, the MLB, the All-Star Game, whatever else. All of these major organizations, they're all filled with leftists. And they've decided to throw a hissy fit. And it doesn't help. It doesn't help that the news is not being honest or fair.
News be honest and fair?
or impartial
sorry.
about what's going on.
No, you can't report just what's going on and call it as it is. No.
Can't. You
We
can't
have
do
to
that.
spin it.
And have to spin it the worst possible way. Oh, these people. Oh, this governor. Oh, this House of Representatives. Oh, this whatever. You don't. I'll put it this way.
No, I was just saying.
Sorry, hold on. Let me make sure I'm saying it right.
Please hold as he collects his thoughts.
No. If the news is giving you shit information, stop watching it.
Wait, what? But who else are we going to watch? Where else are we going to get our news? How are we going to know what's going on in other places?
You can read the news. You can read the bills. Instead, you can read them directly. You could get news. Funny enough, you can get news from other countries that is more unbiased than our own country's news.
Well, I was going to take it a slight different direction, but I've always wondered what is the criteria that defines whether or not something becomes national or international?
International?
Well, both. Like, okay, so
it's supposed to be.
So like if a murder,
yeah.
and just spit it all out there. A
Murder,
murder happened. If a murder happens in our
Chicago, it's fine. That's just local.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to say. So like, was it last year or the year before? I can't remember which. There was, no lie, about 20 minutes, 30 minutes from where I live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There was a guy who went crazy and like beheaded his mom.
Okay.
Little bitty hick town.
Yeah.
South in north central North Carolina.
Right.
Okay.
I think we talked about it.
I think we might have, or at least us. I
Mentioned
don't know
it.
if we mentioned it on here, but it happened. Now, how come that doesn't get national, news or, whatever?
Right.
I don't think it made it out of the state.
It didn't make it out of the state.
I don't think it made it even statewide.
Nope.
So, but what criteria defines that then? Do you see what I'm saying? I understand that nowadays the news is based primarily off of ratings, or I say they are off ratings, but off of bad news. Nobody ever apparently is interested in anything good happening.
No, they don't care about anything good. They'd rather hear. Well, not just that.
Which is not true.
News
because
organizations know that. News organizations know by experience that the more terror they can put people in, the more control they have.
That's
over
all
the
it
narrative.
is. It's the control side of it. It has nothing to do with whether it sells or not. Because if it was all about what sells or not, then I could name
it would all be about sex.
Well, I was gonna say, well, not just that. There's what is it? The Good News Network.
Yeah.
John Krasinski from The Office.
That would be on everything.
Well, yeah, that would be everything, but that's why that is so popular, because people do want to hear good news. They do want to see good things. They do want to see some stuff like that, or at least a balance. But they don't do it anymore. And I've always just wondered, what defines that? Because the problem I see is most people nowadays don't bother to pay attention. They don't care about what goes on locally. They only want to know what's going on elsewhere. And I understand the curiosity of it. I have that very same thing too. But if you're not going to pay attention to the news, what's going on in your neighborhood, if you're not going to read your local news or find ways to have your local news done, and know what's going on in your town,
right?
What are you doing worrying about somebody else's?
What are you doing worrying about places that have nothing to do with you?
It just doesn't make sense to me. Who cares what Georgia does? Georgia does not affect me at all. The only way it would, and I hope it does, is that North Carolina and the surrounding areas decide to get their junk together and do the same thing that Georgia's pulling.
Right.
That's what I'm hoping for.
But
that's the only way it would affect my life, and even that doesn't directly do anything. Georgia can do whatever the hell it wants to do.
That's correct.
So why does it matter?
Well, see, the reason why this is coming out now with Greg Abbott and everything else is because they started a rumor. The MLB did. Or the news organization started a rumor that they were MLB was leaving Georgia and going to Texas directly.
Well,
and so that was the thing. Oh, didn't you hear? The MLB is going directly to Texas instead of Georgia. It's like, wait, so you're going from a state that's mainly based upon your belief structure, but has a governor right now that passes some bills that you don't like, to a state that's completely opposite of you? That's what you're doing?
Well, all of it is because Texas, to my knowledge, their voting laws and everything are very similar to what Georgia's new laws are. I mean, obviously Georgia has a little bit different things with the whole Sundays thing and blah blah. But for all intents and purposes, I would argue that they're about the same.
Yeah.
So you're literally getting pissy at Georgia for changing their laws to be like that, only to be then saying you're going to Texas, which has already been doing that in the first place.
Right.
That doesn't make sense.
I'm going to go to Texas because they're not in the news right now. That's stupid.
It just goes to show that even everything from the left, even all the crap and everything, wants to go to Texas.
Everybody
because they
wants
want it to be free until they don't like it, and then they want to change it and then turn Texas into the crap hole they left.
Right, and then leave again.
They're like,
find a new place.
Just like locusts.
Right. They go, they take over the entire area, they destroy it, and then they move on.
Yep. Quote, thank you for the invitation to throw out the first pitch at the Texas Rangers home opening game. I was looking forward to it until the Major League Baseball adopted what was turned out to be a false narrative about the election reforms in Georgia. And based on that false narrative, moved the MLB All-Star Game from Atlanta. It is shameful that America's pastime is not only being influenced by partisan politics, but is also perpetuating the false political narratives. That is a end quote from the governor.
Good job.
Last Friday, the Major League Baseball announced a decision to pull the 2021 All-Star Game out of Atlanta because of the state's sweeping election reform laws. Actually, you know what? It's a slight pause. Do you know why they want to go? Really want to go back to Texas? Why?
Why?
And we saw it a second ago. The picture of this particular game going on right now. The stadium is full to capacity, 40,000.
Oh, you mean that they could actually get everybody there?
They can have full thing. They can have a full attendance. They have the
they
best,
could make money again.
Best way to optimize on all the money they could possibly do. That's why.
Even if they moved, they could make money again.
Yep.
That's what they're doing.
Goes to show you that the whole thing really has nothing to do with Georgia's laws at all. They're just trying to find a way to bitch and complain.
Yeah, they're using Georgia as a scapegoat to say, well, we're going to move to Texas now. Bye-bye.
Yeah, and Greg Abbott, being the governor he is, kind of said, oh, no.
Screw you guys.
Oh, nay. You're not coming here and ruining us. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
He went on to criticize the new Georgia law, which requires absentee ballots. Oh, that's not him. Was that him?
No,
that was not him. That was some other dude. Last Friday, Major League Baseball announced that his decision to pull him because of the state sweeping election commission laws. The MLB commissioner, Robert Manfred Jr., said in a statement at the, quote, the best way to demonstrate our values as a sport is by relocating this year's All-Star Game and MLB draft. He went on to criticize the new Georgia law, which requires absentee ballots to be verified with the voter ID.
That's not a problem.
Oh, my goodness.
That's not a big deal. You need voter ID for everything.
Well, not just voter ID.
You need ID
for everything.
everything.
Yeah. It expands the early voting on primary and general elections and confides the use of ballot drop boxes, among other measures, as, quote, restrictions to the ballot box.
Because there need to be restrictions on the ballot box.
Yeah. In a response, Governor Georgia Brian Kemp blasted the MLB's, quote, knee-jerk decision, end quote, as, quote, cancel culture.
It is. But honestly, I believe you're right. That's why they're spreading the rumor that they were going to go to Texas, because they were trying to feel out whether or not they can go to Texas.
Well, yeah.
And what it sounds like is that even if they want to go to Texas, they're going to have to pay full price. They can go, but they're going to have to pay full price.
Well, not just that, but I don't think Abbott wants to have him in there.
Yeah,
it was one of those things that
technically can't stop.
They like you said, they got all butthurt about Georgia. They said, no, we're going to leave.
Yeah.
Well, where are we going to go? Well, Texas is got no mask mandate. The Rangers are playing right now right now as we speak. They are playing with a full house. Standing room only. Literally, they can't let anybody. And
that'd be so great.
And that's why they want to go there because there's no mandate, because there is no laws, which, by the way, these are the same people who supported those mask mandates and all this other crap.
All the laws and everything else, yeah.
But they want to take advantage of another place that doesn't have it because, oh, well, something else hurts our feelings.
It could make us money.
That's all it is. And I'm telling you, Abbott doesn't want them there, period. It has nothing to do with paying anything. He doesn't want them there.
No.
Because it's crap.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like there is a potential that he can't stop them from coming.
Well, probably, but
he just can't.
he's not going to. He's
not going to make it easy.
Yeah, he's not going to willingly let them in the door.
Right.
It's just so irritating that, again, it's obvious that they've gone to Atlanta, and especially Atlanta. They have ruined Atlanta, and therefore trying to ruin the rest of the state of Georgia. And now that they have successfully done it to the point that it's hurt them, now they move on to something else.
Right.
And they want their next place is Texas.
The eye is hot. Don't touch the eye.
Pretty
touch
much.
the eye. Ow, I don't like this eye anymore. I'm going to throw it out.
Yep. The state of Texas was proud to help the MLB host last season's National League playoff games in the World Series in Arlington. However, I will not participate in an event held by the MLB, and the state will not seek to host the All-Star Game or any other MLB special event.
Very
That was what the governor wrote. Abbott closed by stating his deep respect for the Texas Ranger baseball team and wishing them success in the upcoming season.
It's like, Rangers, good luck.
Yeah.
Love y'all.
I like the Rangers. I've always wanted to go there. One day.
Ranger Stadium.
I don't care for no. The only stadium I want to go to is Busch Stadium.
Really?
Okay. Obviously, it's not. Well, I want to see. As much as I hate Chicago and I hate the Cubs, I would love to see. I don't think you can anymore, but I would love to have seen the classic Wrigley Field.
You can go past.
Or am I
it?
think is it Wrigley Field or is it the Yankee Stadium that they've
when
redid?
I was in Chicago, they had two stadiums. They had the old one and they had the new one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you can go there,
but
yeah. Anyway,
I can't believe we're actually going to have to do this.
Well, Big Pharma Steve over there on the Twitters, he retweeted something from Representative Jim Jordan over there. Major League Baseball seems opposed to have an ID to vote. Will the beer guy stop checking IDs at the ballpark?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Inquisitive minds would like to know.
Cancel producer over there on the Twitter says, MLB backwards is BLM. Weird, huh?
It's almost like it's a coinkydink. Nights Husseini, guys, when did the water bottles stop being the scourge of the earth? The GOP in Georgia need only promote the prohibition of handing out water bottles at the polling places as an environmental crusade, and it will turn the whole narrative around. That's true. That's sadly true.
Funny enough, it won't matter, actually. You're technically right. It should, but it won't. Mm-hmm. Because they can't have water at the voting place. No, they can't have food and drink at the line. What are you doing? Mm-hmm. At least inside. You can have it outside. Whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
What are they going to do? Stop you?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, you can't not drink something or not eat something for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, we've had that conversation before.
We really
just
have.
dumb.
If you have a compulsion that you just can't,
Yeah, then you might want
to get that checked out.
B from the SCV. Chick-fil-A is an Atlanta-based corporation. And I
Yes.
can tell you from past career choices that they are progressing nicely if you're not the Democratic mentality. Not the reason I gave up my career, but it's clearly noticeable. I hate Atlanta. I really do. And like the idea of Atlanta was nice, but like you drive through it, you drive around it. The traffic is nightmare. The airport is a crap hole. I hate Atlanta. I hate Atlanta. Like
So
the rest of Georgia, I like.
That's the thing.
hate Atlanta.
I lived in Marietta.
Okay.
As a kid.
Yeah.
Okay. And I didn't get to experience a lot of the downtown Atlanta stuff other than like we would go to Six Flags and we would go to Dave and Buster's and all the stuff. And we drive around Atlanta because Marietta was just like a little sublet.
Yeah. But you never had a reason to go into Atlanta.
Yeah, there was no real reason to go
Yeah.
in Atlanta. And as soon as my dad had the ability or had the job to get him out of Georgia, he did.
We're out like a fat kid in dodgeball.
He was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. These people down here are crazy. There's no, we're done. We're going. We're leaving.
And then along came Stacey Abrams.
Yeah.
And just made everything so much better.
Oh, she's been going state to state now. Like she is like the front face of everything as far as elections go.
It's an ugly face.
It really is, and it's actually really bad because she is a fraud of a fraud of a fraud.
God help her.
She's the fraud's fraud.
God help them all. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
We
We don't have to do this one.
Not good, thank God, because
Yeah, you're
I
welcome,
just
right?
find it so
I know
stupid.
it wasn't there.
Yeah. Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Those are the guys that help keep the lights on over at Mojo 50. Mm-hmm. AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Historically great coffee, guaranteed to make you swallow every single time you put it in your mouth.
Yes.
AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
I just ran out.
I know I did too. Go to Mojo50.com. Those are the guys that put us on the air and apparently are gluttons for punishment.
Yeah, they are.
Go to Mojo50.com. Check out the other awesome hosts and shows over there. Tell them thanks for letting us around. We greatly appreciate it. Go to our website, doaeshow.com.
You could become a defender with us.
You could.
You could go to our merchandise
You
shop.
absolutely could.
You can do whatever you want there.
Well, not anything.
Well,
Not
almost.
whatever.
Oh, okay, fine.
Whatever you're allowed to do as far as the hyperlinks will allow you to go.
Right.
DOAEshow.com. That's where you go for that. Follow us on all the social medias at DOAE Show. Like, share, spin it around. We're trying to grow these things. We need more people that can be mad at us or can laugh at my not reading.
That's right.
We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Later.
Bye.